What's going on? It's Mr. LBP. Just yeah, I did that video about the family curse, man, about anger. And I forgot, man, to mention these certain things about the eyeballs. How when you see people, you could see triggers in people's eyes, man. Like my cousin the other day, dude, she was having this extreme emotional breakdown and she was just flailing about. She was going in between acting like a child, and then she was going into this combative mode. And I mean, she's very adept combatively. The Indian woman is, I'm not going to say Jezebel, but what's in already in the Indian woman, we had what you would have called an equal society between men and women, but not in some cases, even women were deified above men. Like if you go to our neighbors, the Lakota, that's their them and the Iroquois on the other side. We were hemmed in between two matriarchal people. They would have related more to the Queen of England and then the founding fathers. Us Ojibwa would have been more towards the founding fathers because that's the way our society was set up. Is that you carry on the traditions of the fathers because it's like the Indian man is open, he's honest. They tell you about the good, about the bad, in the tribal histories, and in deeds and in actions. It's discouraged. I mean, through communal discouragement, like, man, dude, you are just too violent, man. You're not thinking, you're not using your wisdom. Have you consulted God? Have you consulted your elders? Have you consulted your tribe before you go act and get people involved in things? Because in those times, me myself being a member of this family, I could go over to this neighbor tribe and slay a bunch of them. Now we're sitting over here. I'm not even with my family over here. I'm out hunting or whatever, warring, fucking on my own. But there's telltale marks, like the style of your arrow that was used to kill, the shape of the axe, whatever, the knife, the ways that killed, the way that the bodies were mutilated. You could tell which tribe it was, or you could even false flag a tribe and just make it look like they did it if you know their customs. So that was one of the ways we kept count of war efforts. Just like King David, when Saul said, "You got to bring me 100 foreskins of the enemy," and David brought him 200. The Indians did the same thing by keeping count of their kills. I mean, like even this, I got the stick here. I call it my goose stick. But I mean, it's based on an Indian custom. It means counting coup. This shows you that there was mercy was seen above, compassion and mercy was seen above valor. So if you touch someone with a stick in battle, you were close enough to kill them. It let the enemy know and your tribesmen know that how brave you are. And at the same time, if you touch them with the stick and let them live, you've got them, but you also have shown them mercy. So you're rewarded with 2 eagle feathers. But if you slay that enemy, just slay him, you're only rewarded with one. You get a similar reward, but you get more for mercy than you do actually for valor, because actually mercy in valor is the greatest form of humanity, I guess. And the Indians were aware of that, and they said that was God told them to do that. You know what I'm saying? That it was one of the ways that he curbed the Indian man's his bloodlust, because it was Bloods and Crips out here. You know what I'm saying? It was like Israel, like when before they got their land, it was like our tribe was in the wilderness forever, still fighting for theirs, and finally they got it. And right when they got it, white man showed up and took it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, but this anger demon, you can see it in people's eyeballs, man. The other day, my cousin, she was attacking everyone, and I was testing her, and I said something that was remotely offensive, but I didn't mean it. I just said it to trigger her, and she went from standing there talking to me like this, and she went into this, and then she moved up on me quickly, low, sunk down like a wrestler, but I seen her eyes go all black, and I said, "See," I said that to you just to trigger that, to make you do that, to show you that, listen, you are under the influence of some kind of evil uh energy, man, some kind of evil entity. I don't know if it's from family, if you invited it in through your sin life. If it's hereditary, I don't know, but I know there's something in there. My cousin Whitney too. Listen, when she'll get in these moods. I mean, she's got two angry parents, so uh she has these intense anger things, man, where the face is like stone. You see the jaws clenched, the forehead goes down and wrinkles, and the eyeballs turn black. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not seeing. They're not. There's no, pyrokinesis or what is that when things telekinesis events or nothing like that. But I did hear her say that they were sleeping and they heard something growling in their ears. You know what I'm saying? Which that sounds like a fucking poltergeist to me. Uh, and so there's something to the eyes, or like there's a few times when I noticed someone's eyeballs, and I knew before something bad was gonna happen. Like for instance, I have a homie, I'll say cue ball, uh, and we had some. He showed me he had some drugs, and when he pulled them out, I seen his eyes when he looked at it, like his eyes shifted, like his eyes dilated. I mean, he didn't even do any drugs yet, but just the prospect of it was so psychologically profound in him that his eyeballs changed. You know what I'm saying? And I knew there was going to be a problem. And guess what? A few days he had problems in his relationships and with people because he was having too much fun with that. It happens to the best of us, man. You think you can handle it, man. You're a big dog and you can play off the porch with this, and I mean it's hit and miss. It's Russian roulette, man. Sometimes you'll have a great experiences, but other times it'll unnecessary just things will come in because of it, dude, and you'll get unwanted attention for the wrong reason. Basically, is what I'm saying here. Or you might even do something that you're gonna have to go and say to sorry to a bunch of people for, and we've all been there. But at least if you can pick yourself up and be honest with people, and try to get past that problem, there's hope there. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you keep blowing it on the rug, or you even use it as a battering ram platform against someone's character, you just keep beating them, and it's like when you confront a drug addict about his drug addiction, dude, they go right out and they use instantly. It's because you make them look like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to do this again. And they go and run right to it because they're afraid of not having it there. Me even speaking from experience, anyone talks about drinking, like they start talking about alcoholics, anything, dude, I want to go drink right away. Right away. It's just that depressing to hear people talk about it and just use it too